Hi, it is Judy with Get Real with Judy Jewett. Here we go. This is a message from Archangel Michael to humanity. Greetings from my heart to your heart. I bring you this message. I am Michael, and indeed, as a guardian to humanity from the onset of sentient beings of Earth, I have felt and seen, and I have assisted each and every one of the individuals I have guardian through so many levels of inner triumph, struggles, and also points where there have been no hope. And yet in others, there have been shining rays of possibilities. I want you to know something. In all of those instances, there is always the same. It is always the same categories that are being offered as if a stream, let us say, of waters and waterways. So, what that says to me is that Michael is saying that for 100,000 years, we've all had the same problems. And that is because we are dual beings and we do have the pain and the suffering. And he has been helping humanity for 100,000 years. And that's what it's been like. Also, what Archangel Michael says and the other master teachers, that only part of what we feel and what we go through, our struggles, is ours. Believe this. Can you believe it? And what they go on and say is that it is our ancestors, that in our DNA, we are holding the pain and suffering also of our ancestors. And the ancestor of the first human goes back for a very long time. And the beginning of humanity, there was slavery. You might not have heard that before, so let us sink in. It may be a little uncomfortable. It doesn't make sense, and that's okay. I know the first time the master teachers told me about slavery and the first humans, it took a while to hear that, to try to understand that, to wrap my head around it. But the point is, we're no different. What the pain and suffering was 100,000 years is still going on today. Let me continue. There are tributaries and they move streams in the direction, and that you always have an opportunity to choose the most grace. So, what Michael is saying, no matter what you're going through, always ask for grace. Always. And by asking for grace, it'll help you to go through it faster. It'll make sense of it. You'll gain clarity so much faster. You always have an opportunity to stop yourself, to limit what thoughts derive from themselves, turmoil, and instead gravitate toward the positive, that you are in any way delusional, not looking at your stuff, being overly optimistic. So what that last couple sentences is saying, that you may come across like you're so happy and positive and on, as people say, you're so positive you're on steroids, which we know really is just, they're just saying you're really happy and bubbly. And so what Michael is saying, that it's okay. You're not really delusional because you're really happy. You can still look at your stuff and say, oh, okay, but you don't let it take you down a rabbit hole. You don't let it make you feel bad where you're in bed for days or feeling bad like you're not a good person. He's saying just get over it. Continue to think positive. Being overly optimistic is better than not being optimistic. Okay, he also says, instead, I say to you, be more than overly optimistic. Think in every moment of the highest possibility that you would like to create for what you wish to create in your life and continue to feed it. All the master teachers tell me that everybody can tell you what they don't want, but they can't tell you what they want. And Michael is saying, take the time, figure out what it is you want in life. Figure it out. What is it? You want happiness? You want healthy relationships? You want to like your job? You want whatever it is. Think in terms of being optimistic of what you want. He continues to say, because of those individuals throughout more than 100,000 of my guardianship have always had the same exact open platform of what is possible. Not everything has a lottery piling money high as the outcome. And yet, what is the lottery? We're being told again that we're the same, like the same kind of problems, the same kind of challenges of what it is that we could possibly have. Look at money. Money. Have we not always wanted money? And don't you think that our forefathers wanted money, our ancestors wanted money, our ancestors wanted a way to better their life? It's the same thing. So the most important thing, if you look at the concept of winning your way to the most grace, winning your way to the most grace, harmony in your life. He is saying when you go for grace and harmony and state that you want harmony and you want grace, and what's going to happen, that's what you're going to have. Creating situations where there's perhaps turmoil or upset and you stop it, as Michael says. You stop it and move in a different direction that allows you to be fully invested in the best scenarios possible. Each and every one of them made a choice, sometimes multiple choices. Sometimes they gravitated to a more positive. Sometimes they went down, down, down to the rabbit hole and they dug themselves deeper and deeper. When that happens, Michael says, it is hard for it you when you go deeper, 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 then you make it difficult, impossible for the angels to lift you up. That angels are non dual beings. God is pure love of non duality. God is the best, the purest, highest vibrational energy, as all of the angels and all of the master teachers. They can only relate to love, positivity. So if you go down a rabbit hole, they can't relate to it. They can't even register. They don't even know that you're going down a rabbit hole because they can't communicate that way. F, I'm going to give you a trigger word to say. And it works. It came from God. I learned it in my SVH training. And the trigger word is angels, angels everywhere. So if you start getting like, oh, I'm going into negativity, what's going to happen? Or you can feel it, just you're getting this anger and you don't want it, just call on the angels. And even though, they don't respond to negativity, what you're saying to them is, I need help. And you haven't gone down that path yet, but you can feel it brewing. They will clear the energy immediately. Just try it. Angels, angels everywhere. Breathe, go about your business. And all of a sudden you're thinking, wow, I don't think about that anymore. I'm not upset over anything. Okay, let's keep going. When someone has even the slightest positive vision for themselves, it feeds the way for us to help them up the stair steps or up the ladder out of that rabbit hole. Same thing I just said. Positivity, as Michael says, high visions of the best outcomes. These give us what we benefit from for the freedom to be able to uplift you and bring you ever higher to your highest goals. Maybe it is not the highest possibility because you're not living your life alone. There are co-creators in your own reality. Think about that. Michael says there are co-creators. So I want you to think about who's in your life. They are co-creators in your reality, and you brought them to you. If they're your children, obviously you brought them to you. If they're your family, they're part of your ancestors, you brought them to you. But think about it, your friends, your co-workers, the people that you run into, no matter what kind of work you're doing, they are co-creating and they are mirroring you. So if you're positive, you're going to notice more and more people are positive. If you're cynical and you see the glass half empty and you've lost hope, then you're not going to have a smooth life of abundance and prosperity and unicorns and rainbows. And I'm going to tell you, I like unicorns and rainbows. I like the sparkles. I like the happiness. I like the imagination and magic in life. And it's up to you. You can have this also. Michael continues saying, when there are co-creators in your reality, you can stay positive. You can become infectious to individuals so that they catch hold of your positivity. So anyone in your life, be around them, stay positive. You can become like infectious, like they begin to act that way. They catch hold of your positivity. Leave negative words aside, Michael says. Leave that anger and the need to punish others and show them that they've been bad and wrong, like yourself. If you're angry and you're upset, deep inside you're feeling bad or wrong. We've been conditioned to feel shame and to feel guilt. We've been conditioned that something is wrong with us, that we're not good enough by the things being said to us and how the collective consciousness is acting. It's the same way. So Michael says, leave that anger and need to punish others off. Leave it off. Because if you're going to be cynical and you're going to be critical and you're going to say, oh, look at them and laugh at them, and make fun of them to your friends, to your neighbors, or even say it to yourself in order to say, but I am better than them. Leave that aside because that isn't going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to uplift you. It's not going to make you feel better. All it's going to do is keep bringing you the negativity and the anger. There again, if something triggers you, just say, angels, angels everywhere to yourself, and it'll shift you. Play it on the side of the road like rags and step onto the golden road, because the golden road is the path that leads you into the brightness of what you truly want, what you truly desire. You don't actually want to have negative things happen to you, do you? That's what I've been talking to you about. This is what Michael's asking you. Michael continues and says, indeed, your heart cries out for this plenteousness and health and joyfulness and honoring and loving experiences that you carry with you forever as something that has lit you to embrace the joy of life. The Great One, our God, has given each and every individual an opportunity to create what they desire. That is the template, one of the templates that God gave you. Free will. Create. You're co-creator. You're absolutely a co-creator with God. You can create whatever you want. You're going to create it whether you're aware of it or not. Look at your life right now. This is something that you've created. And Michael continues to say, and sometimes one does not know what they desire. Maybe they believe that the only way to be happy is if they teach others that they have wronged you. Michael continues and says, however, I want to tell you that one of the first things to shed, if you can take those rags off right now and step into a new mindset where the rays of sun and shining upon you with such glory that you look back and state to yourself, never again will I harm myself or allow others to harm me. Never again will I give the power of negative words influence in my life. Because the shedding of these is truly the way into the brightness. It is going to give you the life of joy and a fulfilledness that truly is what you and that spark of essence that is your soul is here to experience. Michael says, I give you these thoughts now. Ponder them, please. Think of them as seeds or as little breadcrumbs along the path. So he's giving you little nuggets, little seeds that as you listen, you can listen to this over and over again. You can also go to real-community.com and you can go there and actually purchase in the store the pure message just from the master. And as you're listening to it, Michael says you'll receive 70% more into your heart. Now, you are receiving a transmission today because this is part of Michael's, I mean, you're hearing Michael's message, but it will be more powerful if you buy the digital, whatever, how many minutes this is. Um, you can hear the message. That's just a thought, but because you have a seed and I have to listen to all my messages, all my channel messages over and over and over again. Maybe you don't have to, but I do because then it blossoms into something so much more that I really understand and do. That's up to you. Listen to this over and over again and know that we are here for you. Michael says, call upon us, and as you're calling upon us, state the positives of how we can help you that gives us the wings that you would like to see, not only on our backs, onto yours, so that you can fly. Love, Michael. I would like to end today's Master Talk with this. Success begins with a single choice, to pursue it wholeheartedly. Move forward with intention, embrace every opportunity, and seize the reins of your own journey. Let your determination carry you boldly toward the finish line of your greatest achievements. Namaste.